Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on Changes by Black Sabbath. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Lovely little song, it's beautiful, played on piano but it sounds great on guitar. I'm going to teach you the whole song, but just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press that notification bell, leave me a comment in the comment section. I'd love to know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me and support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. A link to that is in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. So the intro sounds like this. So the song is in 3/4, which means there's 3 beats per bar. So each bar goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we actually start on beat 3. So we're in bar 1 now. We start with an E3. But before you put that down, place your first finger on B1, second finger on D2, and keep those there. So you play the E3, and then into bar 2, move your third finger down and play A3, and then you play the rest of that C chord. So first finger on B1, second finger on D2. I'm playing from the D string downwards. So you've got this. And then we've got 2 D minor chords, but I'd like you to, if you can, keep your third finger on A3 and move your first finger down to E1, little finger on B3 and second finger on G2. And you can play the bottom 3 strings. You could play the bottom 4 strings if you want, but try and get just the bottom 3 strings. And we play it twice. And it's a swung rhythm, so they're not straight 8th notes, they're swung. So from the beginning you've got. It then goes back to the C chord. First finger on B1, second finger D2, third finger A3. So from the beginning up to there. And then it does that exact same thing again. And then you've got an E3 on the end. So the whole of that intro after 2 goes 1, 2. So you've got the C and the D minor chords. That's the whole of the intro. On to the next line then, and we've got a verse. It sounds like this. So it starts the same as the intro. You've got the C chord, you play the A3, then the rest of the chord, 2 D minors, back to a C, and then E3. And then it does it again, but instead of playing E3 on the end, you play an A3, so from bar 8 goes. And then you play an A3. So bars 6, 7, 8 and 9 go. Into bar 10, and we've got a D minor chord, first finger B1, third finger or little finger on B3, second finger on G2. And you just play the D string, and then the G, B and the E strings twice. And you've got 2 bars of that, so bars 10 and 11 go. And then bars 12 and 13 are the same as bars 6 and 7. So if we play bars 6 all the way through and including bar 13, it sounds like this. And if you look at bar 13, above the C, you'll see there's a little 1 with a dot and a line across it. That means it's first time bar. So you repeat back and play all the way up to bar 12, but on the second time round, you don't play bar 13. Instead you play bar 14, which is exactly the same C chord, but then there's an A3 rather than the E3 at the end. So the second time through will sound like this. So hopefully that verse makes sense. It's basically the same thing twice through. The only difference is that last note on the second time through. So that's the verse. On to the next line, and we've got the chorus, and it goes like this. So the first chord there, we've got an F chord. You're going to place your first finger across E1 and B1. Second finger on G2. Third finger A3. And you can play the A3 and then the bottom 3 strings, so the G2, the B1 and the E1. So that's your F chord. If you struggle to bar across the E and the B, you could just play the G2 and the B1. That would work fine as well. So bar 15. We then go to an E minor chord. All we need to do is place our finger on D2, and then the bottom 3 strings open. Then it goes to a D minor chord for 2 bars. So bars 15, 16, 17 and 18 go. And that repeats around 3 times, 2 times with the singing, and then another time round without singing, just kind of like an interlude. And then it carries on into bar 19. We've got... So for that you've got a G chord. You can place your third finger E3 nearest to the floor. Second finger on E3 nearest to your face, and if you want to, place your first finger on A2, even though we're not going to play that note. So you play the E3, and then the bottom 4 strings, or 3 strings, whichever is fine. Then it goes to the F chord, same as what we did before, and then we have an A minor chord, which is your first finger on B1, second finger on D2, third finger on G2, and you're going to play the A string, and then the bottom 4 strings, then the E string, and then back to the A minor chord again, another hit on that, then play E3. You might want to use your little finger on this, or you could take your finger off, and then go back to an A minor chord in bar 23. So you play the A string there in bar 23, 2 A minor chords, 1 more hit on an A minor chord in bar 24, and then another hit. So if we play bars 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 and 24, it goes... And that's kind of the whole of that interlude. It then goes to the intro on the first, after the first chorus, goes to the intro, then verse, and then chorus. And then after that second chorus, you don't go back to the intro, you just go straight into the verse and then chorus, and then that's the whole song. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed this guitar lesson and found it useful. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier. Also go and check out my new guitar channel, Guitar Techniques channel called Andy Hillier 2. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Don't forget to give me a like on the video, press that notification bell so you can see when my new videos come out. And I love to hear from you. I do read every comment, so please leave me a comment in the comment section. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off of this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. A link to that is in the description. Well, I do appreciate you watching this. Thank you so much. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.